Hello everyone. Today we're here doing a quick overview of, well, not really quick, it's just going to be an overview of the things that we've liked and don't like so far about the Surveyor 19B HLE. And I'm going to go ahead and do some of the things that I really don't like right off the bat. Most of these have to do with the errors at the factory. Again, this is either a 2021 or 2021 and a half or something along the lines of that, but I mean, clearly it was rushed, and there's some things that I've kind of fixed already that are a little weird, but we're going to go over a few of those other ones that are weird and I just can't fix right this minute. And the first one is this baggage handle door. Actually, both of them. I don't think you can notice from there, but the baggage door is warped. There's a bit of a gap here. You can kind of see into the frame down there. Can't really tell, but the decal, the fact that it's showing white down there more so than on this side, goes to show you there's a gap down there. Well, I guess you can kind of see it better there. But the reason for that gap is because whoever put this thing together over torqued the lock mechanisms. And you can kind of see it right here. It sort of bows inward. So it's kind of more apparent in this one. Well, actually, well, no, this one. And that kind of sucks because there's really no fixing that. In this one, it's not as bad, but in the other baggage door, the other baggage door is loose because of it. The lock mechanism is loose because of it, and it jiggles around. So here you can kind of see where they crushed it a little bit. The fiberglass is crushed, or whatever that backing is, and the fiberglass is a little more bowed. I'll try to go slow on this side. Can't quite tell because it's nighttime, but yeah, it's messed up. And we'll go check out the second one. And the second one has the same issue. Now, it's kind of a big deal because obviously water gets in there, and it's gonna get in there because now it's lifted out quite a bit. And let's undo this one. And as you can see, you know, look at this. And here again, it's just crushed inward. You can kind of see the reflection of the light there, cupping because of the difference in levels there. You can kind of see where in this one, for some reason, this metal was crushed too, and I'm not sure why. Let's see, I'll go slow. Right there, you can kind of see that. I don't know what the deal is there. I'm not sure what happened. But it's the same thing, though not as drastic on this side. But it also is loose. And you can't tighten it up because I think it's as tight as it goes. There's a bit of a deflection there. And that really sucks because we haven't even used the thing yet, other than driving it back from Texas, and now we have an issue. My other gripe too is that this socket just sucks. I would recommend you change it to something better. And let's go check the inside. So now we're going toward the inside, but here's another gripe. Where's the Azdel sticker? I don't see it. And you know, as you all know, that's probably one of the reasons you might have bought this, because it's the outside is Azdel. And if you didn't know, the outside of this trailer is made with a composite sort of fiberglass plastic backing thing. It takes the place of the Luan board, and it's pretty much impervious. Well, it itself doesn't get affected by water should it water leak on it. But if water gets through, the downside to that is that the inside of this trailer is not Azdel. And that's kind of one of the downsides from this compared to the GeoPro we used to have. The inside's not Azdel, so if you do get a leak inside, you got to do something quick. Otherwise, the wood is going to start swelling up and get messed up. Let's see. Oh, other things. All of my moldings here are falling off. This one fell off. For some reason they cut it too big and just kind of nailed it on there, and I guess we're hoping it wouldn't press out, but all the nails just went right through it and just press itself out. There's another molding back here that's loose. This one's loose. You can't, oh, there you can see it kind of separating. This right here. And again, a lot of these things are build quality, not necessarily the trailer, except for the Azdel thing. That's totally the trailer. And just sloppy finishing. I mean, you have all these nail heads here that haven't been cleaned up right. Look, there's even one there sticking out still. And I mean, I haven't gone through it to kind of try to clean this stuff up, but you know, this is all stuff that's just, I'd rather they would have gone low with the nails instead of high, because look, now they're just kind of sticking out. I guess they should have raised the pressure more on their gun when they were hitting these. And you know, it's just this little mess here. Look at this. I don't know what's going on there. That's one thing. Another, let's see, weird thing, and again, we haven't really gone through and cleaned everything yet, but are these teddy bear bunks. I mean, they were supposed to be thick, but we got the cot ones, you know. That I think I've seen thicker ones, and that's another issue there. That one's kind of a hazard because it could cut a kid, or oh look, it's just loose. I don't know. You know, I've seen thicker ones on other trailers. I don't know. I could have sworn I saw the ones with the teddy bear mark on them. I mean, they are teddy bear brand, but they're not the teddy bear, the thick ones. These are just the thin cotton ones. And I wish we had the thicker ones. The other gripe too is that this toilet seat doesn't really stay up. It hits the wall. You know, if you're sitting there, obviously you're gonna have to assume the Ninja Turtle pose, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to lean back or sit upright for that matter. This, I've already looked into it, and it requires a new toilet flange on the bottom, so I need to undo that and put in a different one to kind of slide the bolts around to angle it more toward the sink. And another issue, just in looking at stuff, and I came across this, and I kind of started playing with it already, so you can't really tell, but there is this hose, this braided hose you see here is, and mind you, we're on the bottom of this shower. It was kinked, and it still is kinked, and I think it's almost irreversibly kinked. That feeds, and I haven't really looked down there myself. You can kind of see the kink there. It feeds the black tank flush. So if you find that you try to feed the black tank flush and you can't hear it spinning around, it's probably because of that. And that hose goes right there, the one taped with black. And I think that's why they taped it, because they used a fresh water line hose for black tank contents. I don't know exactly. But there's an air gap there. I'm guessing that's what that is. And there's, if you follow that braided hose, it goes right out there. And that is your black tank flush. The one on the left is your spray port. And that's kind of annoying because that's really hard to get to. I mean, you're going to have to do a lot of that by feel if you need to fix it. If I need to fix it, obviously. I still need to fix it. But I think the fix would involve moving this air gap to this side just to give it more slack over there so I can push it out a bit more. And yeah, look at the hack job they did, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. The other thing, which I'm not so sure if it's a positive or a negative, and we'll go back into the bottom of the shower tub, is what you're seeing there, that white stuff. And what that is, as far as I can tell, is Luan board on the top, a thicker, I guess doubled up Luan board on the top, and then you have Luan board on the bottom, and in between you have foam. So I'm sure you're asking, well, what's the big deal with that? It's insulated, right? Well, yeah, it's insulated for sure. But the problem here is that that's your subfloor, you know, that's what you're walking on. And I had no idea. I thought it was just, you know, the 5/8 tongue and groove or 3/4, whatever they use nowadays, I don't know, board that you use to just kind of walk on top of. But this is it. That's what you're walking on. And I mean, the positive to this is that your subfloor is never going to rot, because the only thing that'll happen is maybe that Luan will disintegrate, but the subfloor will, I mean, this feels really solid, and I'm surprised how solid it feels. But it's never going to rot, so you won't get a mushy floor. I mean, if you start seeing parts of the floor bubbling up, that means that you have a leak somewhere. But it probably wouldn't be noticeable unless it's at the ends of the trailer, because if it's in the middle of the trailer, you're never going to get water down there because of the down into the floor, subfloor, because of the linoleum or congoleum or whatever it's called. And yeah, all that sawdust you see, I mean, that's all stuff that's was just here. And I don't know, they just didn't clean it up at Camping World. I guess they have really bad PDI. Or whatever it's called, PDI? No, is it PDA? No, that's personal displays of affection. What's PDI? I think I've heard it referred to like that, but I don't remember what it stands for, but ultimately it's cleaning up a trailer before it's delivered. And as you can see, this is a little hidden compartment in the surveyor. I just took the panel that's off of underneath this closet here in the bathroom, and it's like an access point. And it just comes right out. And if we look the other way, it's a plus and a minus. Again, you know, you see all kinds of sawdust down here. You know, let's put sawdust down where the electricity is and see what happens. And this was kind of the situation under the bunk. If you saw the EMS video installation, or the video where I did the EMS installation, there was a bunch of sawdust around the heater, I mean the furnace, and you know, that's not cool. Come on. So there's a bunch of sawdust back there, whatever, and there's this whole rat's nest of cables. I mean, I kind of wish they cleaned them up a little bit, but what are you gonna do? But the plus side is that there's a ton of space down here. And one of the earlier questions that I had when we started making or started looking into the surveyor was that you know, we want to put an inverter in here just like we had in the Geo Pro so that we can run the coffee maker if we're boondocking or whatever. And eventually run the AC because we're going to get, you know, a serious system. And one of the questions was, where do you place your inverter and or batteries? And initially I thought we were going to possibly put them down underneath the bed, the front bed, behind that panel right there. You know, if you have this trailer, you know there's just like an empty area there. Well, let's just go look at it since we're already recording. But and I'm trying to move slow because people, you know, have mentioned to me that I move a little too fast and get them nauseous. So I'll try to move slower. There's this void space down there, and that would be perfect for a battery setup and everything else. But I mean, there's already, you know, not to say that there's limited storage space, because there's plenty of storage space. I mean, we have underneath both dinette booths, but I mean, and this floor feels really solid. I must say it actually feels more solid than the Geo Pro. And the Geo Pro was 5/8 tongue and groove flooring. And but we have all this space here, and I'm sure I could put the batteries in there, the inverter in there, even a solar controller if we wanted to. I mean, it's totally doable. So if you've been looking for extra space in your Surveyor, and I saw that somebody else also did, turn this into a little door to be able to access it, and that was really smart. So I hope to be able to do that too, and put our electrical stuff down there. Let's see, what else? As far as gripes, I think that's, well, there's another thing too, and I can't show you that right now, but the roof. The roof looks really nice. Not this, you know, I'm just recording the ceiling, but I mean the roof outside. It's really nice. It looks really nice. The ceiling looks really like the seals or the lap sealant that was installed there looks really good. But the roof is not as solid as the one on the Geo Pro. I mean, that roof, I'm kind of hesitant. I mean, I weigh a bit over 200 pounds. And let's say 215, 210, 215. It depends on the time of day. But I'm kind of nervous walking up there. I would want to walk on the sides. For sure. And you have these weird things that happen here too. I guess these are like bump stops for the slide. And yeah, it's not your best work, Forest River, I must say. So there's that. But as far as we know, the slide does not leak. There's some pink stuff behind there. I don't know what that is. This trailer doesn't leak. It's going to rain tonight, so I guess we're going to find out. Oh, here's another thing. So whoever put these curtains up, I just totally screwed them up. Like they put a screw right through the middle of the track, so now the curtain does not open beyond that point, or close beyond that point, or I don't know. What is it called? What is it called when you retract the curtain? I have no idea. Well, when you try to close it, well, you know what I mean. I'm not even going to try to explain it anymore. This is really flimsy too. I think it's already coming out of the ceiling. But, I mean, it works for now, so I'm not going to sweat that. And, you know, we weren't expecting perfection, but we also weren't expecting some of this stuff. I don't know what to say beyond that. You know, we sank the money down on it, and we're just going to make it as perfect as we can. And that's loose. But thankfully, as far as I can tell right now, you know, this isn't anything serious. These are all small things we can fix. The most serious one was that hose. Just because it's going to be really tricky getting to it. Well, actually, the other serious things are those baggage doors. And I don't think there's any way around it. We're going to have to go to Camping World to get it fixed, and the closest one is like maybe 40 miles away or something like that. So it's not going to be fun. And we would only be going over there for them to see it and say, yep, it's broken, we're going to order it, go back home, and then come back some other day to put it back on. So I was going to do a compare and contrast of the cool things between this and the GeoPro, but I think we'll leave that for another day. But yeah, those are the things we've encountered so far. I know that the microwave works. I hope that everything else works. I guess we'll find out. But all in all, would we buy this trailer again? I think we would. And the reason for that being that, I mean, look at this. This thing has like a residential small refrigerator in it, like a apartment size refrigerator in it, you know. And one of the gripes we had with the GeoPro was that you just did not have any space for food. I was contemplating getting a 12-volt fridge. And the other cool thing is that this trailer, compared to other options in the same configuration, has a sink. And that was kind of a deal breaker for my wife. I know we were looking at the 20 BHS. We loved the 16 BHS. And the 20 BHS looked like a continuation of that with some other pluses. But the big downside was that it didn't have a sink in the bathroom. And a lot of you are going to be saying, well, what's the importance of a sink in the bathroom? You're camping. And yeah, that's true. You know, you are camping. But, I mean, you got a trailer to kind of be comfortable, right? And, you know, you're using the bathroom in the trailer, and it's an enclosed space. So one of the arguments there right off the bat is like, well, if you're griping that I don't have a sink in the bathroom, then why even bother getting a trailer? You know, might as well just get a tent. And rough it, I know that sounds ridiculous, but to me it made sense while I was saying it, but now it doesn't make so much sense. But I figured, you know, if we're going to buy something, might as well buy something with everything we want. And a sink in the bathroom is an important thing because, you know, you use the bathroom. You want to wash your hands in the sink and keep all that stuff in one place, not come and possibly cross-contaminate stuff by coming to your kitchen sink and then washing your hands there, or touching items and then doing that. I mean, that just doesn't sound right to me. It might sound okay to you guys, but I must say that for me, that doesn't sound quite too good. So that's one big plus, and the other big plus too is that you know, you can sit for comfortably here. Oh, that's another gripe. This table's like really wobbly. I mean, it's not really, but if you lean on it, it's gonna go to one side, and we're gonna fix that in a few days once the UPS truck gets here. Oh, we're gonna buy something. Oh, look at that, the screws are already backing out. I hadn't noticed that. Well, dang. Oh, and there's one missing. Actually, there's a few missing. I guess it's a good thing that I bought that legs, right? Those legs that I'm going to install, and you'll see a video of that. Wow, I hadn't noticed that before. That one looks okay. This one's not okay. So like I said, explains those extra screws I found lying around. I better stop making this video because then I'm just going to find more things and I'm going to get mad. But, I mean, overall, even with that, I think we'd still get it just because it offers so much space when the slide's out. Everyone can kind of sit around here comfortably. And, I mean, overall, it looks really nice compared to other things. I mean, I definitely think it looks nicer than the 20 VHS. But, again, we'll keep that for another video. Because I definitely have some stuff to say about that. But hope you found this walkthrough a little bit. Oh, here's another thing. The mattress, it was really dirty. I don't know why. I mean, we washed all the mattress covers, but this one I haven't been able to take out because of the slide being out, or the slide being in rather. So at some point we're gonna wash those. I washed those already. I washed that blanket cover already, but yeah, we need to wash this. I didn't realize it was a cover until a few days ago. Oh, and the other gripe, there's no DVD player. Although, I mean, who has DVDs nowadays, I guess? We used it in the GeoPro because the GeoPro had a TV with a DVD player, but this one does not. And I guess it would just be a matter of replacing that and putting in something that plays DVDs, I guess. Probably not too hard of a job. We just have to remove this. Yeah, see, it's already halfway removed. Alright, well, I'll stop recording because I think I'm just ranting. 25 minutes is a long video, so I don't think anyone's going to even watch all of it. But hope you found some of this useful. I know I did, because I found out more stuff about this trailer. But, alright, well, I guess we'll keep everyone updated on the progress. Thanks.